Boom, we in the building, man. Top Flight TV, Mr. Top Flight Films. I'm in the building with Ronny Doe. What's up, big dog?
What's going on, bro? Thank you for having me.
Now, I'm glad you here, brother. I'm glad you here. Shit, we gonna start from the top, man. Where you from, dog?
Anne Arundel County, Maryland. That's a pretty suburban community out in Anne Arundel County. I'm from Severn.
Big shout out to Severn, man. Shout out to Anne Arundel County, man.
For sure.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What was childhood like, man? What was it like growing up? What kind of childhood did you have?
Man, it was rough, man. It was nothing special, but I'm grateful for my upbringing. I had a supportive family, a good mother. Father wasn't in the picture. I ain't come up in the projects. I came up in the county, which is a suburban area. It ain't all peaches and cream, but I definitely had a more fortunate situation than a lot of other people, you get what I'm saying? But like I say, it wasn't, everything is all ice cream, as my man's Kodak would say.
No, I can dig it. I can dig that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So look, man, we just gonna get straight to it, man. I know you from the whole Chrisean. That's how you pronounce her name, Chrisean?
Chrisean. Yeah.
I know you from that whole situation, man. Listen, I want to get right into that, man. How did you meet Chrisean?
So me and Chrisean met in high school. We went to a school called Arundel High School. I didn't graduate from that school, however, I did go there for a little bit. I was initially going to a school, Meade High School, transferred over to Arundel, which is where Chrisean was. Me transferring to Arundel, it was a big environmental change. However, I'm able to adapt. So I say all of that to say, me being a new kid at school, Chrisean was already, popular at Arundel. So me being me, who I am, I stood out, and me and her initially had homeroom with each other once I transferred to Arundel. You get what I'm saying? And she was already like Instagram famous, model type vibe, you get what I'm saying? So she was always taking pictures, photogenic. So I was photogenic at the time too. I had a few things working in my favor. So, it was just two birds with one stone type of situation. High school sweethearts. It started off with me taking her pictures, and then it ultimately developed into all right, this is my photographer, into a flirt and into developing a relationship.
Damn, I ain't even know, brother. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So y'all was in a relationship. It's safe to say y'all was in a relationship.
Correct. She was my girlfriend. Initially, we was talking, the whole feeling each other out, seeing if she worthy of the girlfriend title. You get what I'm saying? At the time, I didn't know what I know now. So I thought that she was worthy of the title. So I gave it to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long was y'all together?
As far as like her being my girlfriend?
Yeah.
I asked her to be my girlfriend in 2017. And I didn't break up with her as in my girlfriend until 2020 of August, which was prior to her going on to the Blue Girls Club, which was Blueface's version of Bad Girls Club. I broke it off with her right before she went back to Cali for that. That was part of the reason she went to that show, because she ain't had nowhere to go, because me and her was done. So she went there hoping that she would change her situation, but also trying to better and further her career. Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you, you didn't like the idea of her going out there? That's why you broke up with her, or it was something else?
No, it was something completely different. So I had caught a body in 2019. Caught a body in the state of California. I'm able to speak on this because I was able to be acquitted from this murder under self-defense. So the state of California has justifiable and self-defense homicide. So due to the circumstances of the homicide, I was able to prove it was in self-defense. So, you know, I'm sorry, what was your question, boss man?
The reason why you broke up with her.
So when I came home from the body, the homicide, I was mentally gone, physically gone, spiritually gone. I had to get myself back. So I was also financially gone. Murder 187 is one of the most expensive cases when it comes to criminal law. So myself, along with my family, lost a lot of finances behind the situation. You understand what I'm saying? So when I came home, I broke up with her, not initially breaking up with her, but as in a way of getting myself some space, because I don't know if you observed it, just, you know, over the course of the years of her dealing with Blueface, she's a naturally clingy, you know, woman. Mm-hmm. So she would try, you know, to be with me all day, every day, under me all day, every day. And I'm telling her, like, look, baby, I got to get outside. I got to go to work. If I don't go to work and put these 40 hours in, we don't eat. Mm. She wanted to be with me putting my 40 hours in at work, and she was not an employee. Mm. So therefore, I could not make no money while I was dealing with her. It took me calling it quits with her, as I called it at the moment, a break. I said, baby, I need a break. I'm trying to get myself together, get my feet back up under me so we could be good out here. Mm-hmm. She, at the time, had a show that she went on, which was Ultimate Tag. It was like an obstacle course show. Went out in Cali and shot it. So she had some money coming in from, you know, her role on that show. Mm-hmm. However, we didn't know when that money was coming in. We was anticipating it, but we had no direct date of when we was gonna get it. You know what I mean? So it was like speculating something that may never come. I knew it was coming, but there was no definite on it. You get what I'm saying? So at the time, I was being a little bit impatient, and you know, the intention was to take a break so that I could get myself together. And along the course of that break, she's a naturally clingy person, like I said. So she found herself trying to fill the void that I gave her with another person. And unfortunately, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say unfortunately because it's fortunate because the situation brought her to where she is today. Mm-hmm. But unfortunate for me, you know, I lost my, you know, somebody that I loved very deeply at the time. You know, I lost my rider that I thought at the time. I lost my chick, man. Mm. Like, let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? This is a woman that I thought at the time was young and dumb. You know, I did think that I was going to be with this woman for a long time. You get what I'm saying? I caught a murder and defended my case with self-defense, which is how I was able to beat it. And this woman was, you know, in that scenario. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I say all of that to say that me and this lady had so much history, so much different experiences that it was overwhelming, you know, when I had to face the fact that she was moving on to bigger and better things.
Okay. I'm gonna take you back real quick, man. Tell me if you can, if you want to, how the self-defense case come about? How did that situation go down?
So we were moving to California. So I do music. So at the time I had just started as a music artist and she was doing TV. So at the time, based off of her circumstances, based off of my circumstances, it made the most sense to be in California, you know, to further our careers so that we could work. So we both from Maryland, we up and moved and went to Maryland. She was gonna do the college thing. The place, so we were moving from Maryland to California. We ended up needing a place to stay on the West Coast, coming from the East Coast. We ain't got no family out there. We ain't know nobody out there. So we trying to figure out where we gonna lay our heads. We can't sleep in this car for but so long. So the place where I caught my case ultimately is the place where Chrisean planned on housing because she was going to college until she figured out everything else. She was going to wing the college situation with the room and board until she could figure out what she's doing as far as her career, because she always wanted to be famous. So that was her plan and she worked it. Unfortunately, the place that, you know, everything ultimately happened in, it was a college dorm housing. It was specifically aimed for college students. However, this was not on a college campus. This was not a college property. This was in my opinion, a brothel, a spot where men can come through and pay to have intercourse with women. Like, that's what it was in my opinion. And on the West Coast, pimping and pandering, prostitution is way more amplified than it is on the East Coast. Like, the East Coast is late when it comes to hoeing and pimping and pandering. And I found this out when I was in, you know, Men's Central Jail fighting the body. One of my cellies that I had at the time when I was in Men's Central Jail, he was fighting a pimping and pandering charge. They throwing football jersey numbers for pimping and pandering out there.
That's right.
If you get caught pimping and pandering out there, you liable to catch 55 years, all for tricking. They don't play that shit in California. So, long story short, we was trying to move somewhere. The place we was trying to move was all bad. We didn't know. We was young. We ain't do no research. We ain't do no due diligence prior to moving into that place. And one thing led to another. But the intention was to go there because it was advertised as college housing. She was going to Santa Monica at the time. We was going to stay there while she was going to Santa Monica. I figure out my music. She figure out her modeling or acting career, whatever. And we going to get it how we get it. But that was the plan and that was the intention. However, that place was just all bad. But like I said, it was due to a lack of research, a lack of understanding the environment, understanding the whole board. I didn't know where I was at. I seen palm trees and got happy. And that's just real.
No doubt. All right, so bringing us back up to when she went to the Blueface show. Did you ever try to reach out to her and say, hey, look here, man, come back home? Or you just did you?
Yeah, nah. So initially, and it hurt my heart because Chrisean, such a beautiful, energetic, athletic young woman. She, prior to her going on that show, she was like an athletic type of, you get what I'm saying, female. Once she went on that show, it turned her into a beast. When she went on that show, Jade and Alexis, which is Blueface's initially, allegedly, first baby mother, Chrisean already was ringing bells. So her name ring bells, you get what I'm saying? She's been doing what she's been doing for a long time. So Jaden got whiff of Chrisean being one of basically Blue's best, contenders at the time.
Okay.
Through all of the females on the show. So Jaden ain't like it. She was intimidated by Chrisean. Pulled up to the house where the filming was being done, where the show was being filmed at, with Blueface's sister. I think her name is Callie Way, some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Jaden, Alexis, and Callie pulled up to the blue mansion that was camouflaged, looking for Chrisean.
Mm-hmm.
Chased Chrisean out the mansion. When Chrisean was running out the mansion, Blueface had a big unicorn in his house. He had a unicorn statue. When Chrisean was trying to take off, get away from Jaden, bing, hit that tooth right on that pony statue. And that's why y'all know her as Rock today. So she hit her. So Jaden and Callie was chasing her. They couldn't get her. Chrisean on track. She fast. They couldn't catch her. Chrisean let her tooth come out and kept running. Kept running. So, yeah, I'm sorry. What was you?
Did you reach out to her when she was out there, like with, you know?
So yeah, because when I seen that her tooth came out, I was still in protective mode over her at the time. So when I seen the tooth come out, I'm like, oh, hell no. Like, what's going on? What is going on? Like, we losing teeth for clout. We losing our front teeth for clout. We losing our front teeth for what? A fake schoolyard crip. So once I seen her tooth come out, due to everything that was going on, I was frustrated. I was angry. I wanted to address it. So, yeah, I talked to her after that. I tried to tell her, like, look, yo, you looking stupid. You look crazy. Bring your ass, even if you ain't gonna bring your ass home, just so you won't think you gotta come back to me. You ain't gotta come back to me. But get your ass out that house. Get away from that show. You don't need that show to be successful. You're gonna be successful without that show. You brought the light to that show. You made that show what it is. She's so in her own head, she thinking that she needed Blueface to get to where she is today. And in a sense, she did, but she didn't. Chrisean always had the star power. She always had that light within her. She was manipulated by the wrong people, and it turned into a whole nother thing. But she always had what it takes to be a star alone without being attached to a Blueface or a Ronny Doe or etc. So, yes, I was concerned. Yes, I reached out, but she knows that when I come, I'm coming. So she avoided me. She didn't want to address it because she knew I was going to really address it. But she, at the time, and I salute her for it, she played her cards right because she knew that if she did, she potentially have a legacy. Now she's Chrisean Rock. Now she's the crazy female with no tooth on the internet. Prior to that, you know, she was just a beautiful track girl on the internet. So once she seen her moment and somebody to believe in her, she ran with it. But the thing is, Chrisean knows me just like I know her. And with that being said, she knew that if she linked up with me at that moment in time, she would not be Chrisean Rock today. And that's me being transparent, and that's me being humble. Why do I say that? Because I would not have let Chrisean stay at that house knowing that she's in danger, all with the interest of, furthering this show, leading these girls astray. I'm a reality type of guy. I don't go for the stuff that's on the internet in front of our face that people ignore. I address stuff. So she knows I was going to address it. And she knew if I addressed it, that was going to be her ticket to fame. That was going to be her ticket to riches. That was going to be her ticket to Blueface, which could have potentially been her ticket to Zeus, which is her ticket to whatever is next for her. So Chrisean is a thinker. She plays dumb. She plays stupid. Chrisean thinks. Chrisean know if she would have came back home and got Ronny involved, she wouldn't have been Chrisean Rock today.
Indeed. What was it like witnessing your high school sweetheart crash out, essentially? Blueface tattoos, cases, just all kind of fuckery on the internet. What was that like, though? I'm sitting there empathizing with you.
It was overwhelming, but it wasn't surprising. It was overwhelming because I was surprised she was doing all of these things, knowing that I just defended myself along with her hind pox and came home from it. To knowing that she quickly jumped ship without any respect, any communication. It was devastating. It was devastating.
All right, so let's fast forward, man. Since you saw her go into the show, right? What was the next time you saw Chrisean after that? I'm talking about in person. What was the next time that you saw her in person and y'all was together? Or how did that come to be?
So, me and Chrisean, at the time, up until Junior was born, me and Chrisean had a really good relationship. We had a really good relationship as far as understanding each other and not crossing boundaries. I was around Chrisean this whole time up until Junior's birth. But
so she was like flying back and forth. She was trying like creeping. Or?
Yes, but she was also working out here. They were doing a lot of the Crazy in Love in Baltimore.
So this is why she was with Blueface.
Yeah, okay. You get what I'm saying? So around the holidays at this one specific time when Junior was possibly conceived, Blue was at home with Jaden. Chrisean was with me. Picked her up from the airport, staying at Red Roof Inn as much as I can. Stopped staying there when the money ran out. Went to go stay with one of my homegirls. Her name AJ. AJ's my homegirl. We used to go stay at her. She used to have a spot on Light Street, Baltimore City, downtown. Used to be staying right there. So, I'm sorry, what was your question again?
The question was, you answered it. The question was, when was the next time you saw her?
So after everything. After the show?
After the show, yep. After the show. After she
so
left.
I was seeing her like all the time. Like it wasn't like
all right.
It wasn't like a long period of time of me not seeing her. Like basically like anytime I went to Cali or anytime she came to Maryland, I was seeing her.
So it was all good between y'all.
Yeah, everything was good. It was frequent. Everything was perfectly fine up until Junior physically was born.
Okay. So let's get into that, man. Junior is a major concern of yours, rightfully so. As any potential father or father would be.
Yes.
How sure are you that that's your son? Let me say this: everybody I talk to, or I've heard talk about the topic, they like, man, boy look like him. Yeah, man.
I will say this, Flight. I, for the longest, was convincing myself that Junior's not mine. Until it came to my understanding from people within the Chrisean Rock, you know, the Chrisean Rock team. It came to my understanding like, bro, that's your baby, that's your kid, woo woo. So I'm like, I thought about it. Really thought about it. But then I started paying attention how certain things were addressed and how certain things were went about. And it started to raise red flags. It started to raise my concern. And it started to make me think like, is it a chance of him being mine? Because at first, I'm not gonna lie, man, I was forcing myself to not pay attention to it, to ignore everything that's going on. But as of lately, I've been developing somewhat of what I believe to be a spiritual connection with Junior. And I personally feel like the reason why I can't just sleep and lay down and not worry about it is because he's my son. But I know that it's my job to find out if he's my son or not. It's just hard because I wish that she was able to work with me as an adult.
So y'all had that conversation. She's not willing to take a DNA test.
So Junior was born September 3rd, 2023. I seen Chrisean September 2nd, 2023. I was with her right when her water broke. She never started acting a specific type of way until Junior was born. But Chrisean is the type of person, whenever she starts to lack control, she starts lashing out. I'm not a controllable type of guy. That rubbed her the wrong way, and things, I guess if you want to say, escalated.
You think that she doesn't want to, get a DNA test or possibly find out the baby is not Blueface's because she wants to stay in Blueface's good graces?
Yes, but also I feel like she wants to be famous that bad that she's willing to disregard Junior's biological father to attach him to Blue in hopes of staying relevant, in hopes of staying famous. But what she lacks is an understanding that if she be a mother to the fullest extent, the fullest capacity, and she be Chrisean Rock like she's always been, she's going to be successful. She doesn't need Blueface to be Chrisean Rock. She's already Chrisean Rock, but she's such a diehard, loyal type of girl. I feel like she admires this guy so much for what he did for her career, as far as putting her on the next level, the next pedestal. She can't move over him. She can't move past him because she's a loyal type of person. She may not be loyal to you in a sense of, oh, I ain't gonna get his pussy up. But if you do something highly beneficial to her career, she will do right by you, and she will respect you, and she will walk on eggshells when it comes to you. And that's just the type of person she is. So that's why I think it's potentially so hard for her to just come out and like, hey, this is Ronnie's kid, because now we got her $1 million baby. It's going to go from allegedly $1 billion, $1 million baby, whatever, to a $0 baby. And it's kind of disrespectful and it's kind of degrading, because why is Junior's value going to 0 just because he's my son? He's still $1 billion baby. He's still $1 million baby. He's just not a blue-face baby. So what I'm not understanding is why is people keep trying to play on my intelligence. I'm not stupid. I know what's going on. And I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to address it. However, I need people to stop telling me I'm clout chasing. I need people to stop making me feel less of a man for trying to establish paternity. Whether the paternity is in my favor, his favor, they favor, whoever favor. Once I establish the paternity without it having anything to do with Zeus, I can move on. Because I got my clarity. Mm-hmm. But right now, ain't no brakes. It's all gas, no brakes. Until I see the paper saying that you are or you are not the father, I'm not going to chill. Junior, when I was at Arundel Mills Mall, Junior was in that mall in a baby outfit, right? But Junior ain't had no blanket. Junior ain't have no coat. Junior ain't have no hoodie. It's cold as shit outside on Black Friday. It was cold as shit outside. Junior's out there with nothing, man. He ain't got no blanket. He ain't got no heater. He ain't had no stroller. And it's concerning when people are keep excusing this baby boy's health with a messed up individual. People are sitting here making it seem like it's okay for the way that this girl is treating Junior. This girl dead wrong. She's not addressing this kid's health. She's not taking it serious. This girl had this baby with the intention of keeping the nigga. The baby ain't gonna keep the nigga. The money is going what's keeping the nigga. Don't let that go over your head. And I'm not going to lay down and be the man that be like, oh, I'm not on the birth certificate. Kid's expensive. It ain't my problem. No, because Junior is suffering. Junior is suffering every day. He around her family. They full of molesters, rapists, killers, and some more shit. I remember Chrisean telling me her granddad used to make all of them. No, her grandmother used to make all of the girls lay down in the bed in a gown with no underwear. Letting their grandfather go play in their goodies. Chastity Malone, or whatever her name is. Chastity has the CPS looking for her right now, as we speak. Chastity got the CPS looking for her because she can't keep her kids from eating dope. Chastity got charges from the Child Protective Services of the state of Maryland, whoever charged people. The CPS is looking for her right now because she like to let her kids eat dope.
Is that allegedly?
No.
You want to say allegedly?
No.
You just want to say to be safe?
Well, we can say allegedly, but this is public record in the state of Maryland.
Okay.
So you can Maryland case search it.
I just want to make sure we good.
This is public record in the state of Maryland.
Okay.
Maryland, you can case search somebody by their first and last name. Chastity allegedly has charges for letting her kids eat heroin cut with fentanyl. She has charges for letting her kids eat methadone. And this is the individual that y'all have around Chrisean, that y'all have around Junior. And I'm supposed to be all right with that? That's just one individual. We got another individual who's highly red flag. Tessa. Her sister Tessa. Tessa act like she the chef of Chocolate City. She be through Longwood and Dukeland. She used to have a little house in Chocolate City in the Jacks. She used to sell dinners out her backyard. Tessa is so messed up in the head. She tried to discipline her son, and it resulted in her biting his nose. Her son lost skin from his nose because his own mother bit his nose. This is some crazy shit. This is some fucked up shit. Some shit that I don't even like speaking on. And it's fucked up because I can't just sit and let Junior suffer.
Let me ask you. You spoke on it, touched on it. What the fuck happened Black Friday, man? It was everywhere, man. Clips of the altercation situation was all over social media. Break down what happened, dog.
I got a message. I got a call from somebody. Somebody said, yo, your baby mother in the mall. She got your son. Boop, boop, boop. Pull up to the mall. Walk around the mall a few times. Never seen her. I got a case going on of me trying to establish paternity. Trying to serve her these papers. She's evading these papers, which is why she called the police on me. I can't directly serve her. So I'm trying to have someone serve her. That was my attempt at the mall, which was blown out of proportion, which is all over the internet. So she hit me. Excuse me. So my cousin hit me. He like, yo, I see your baby mother. I see Julia. They in the mall. Hang up on them, go to the mall. Walk around the mall a few times. Didn't run into her. It just so happens that I checked my Instagram DM. When I checked my Instagram DM, there's a text saying Subway Hanover, which is the Subway inside of Rundle Mills Mall, which is where I found her. She basically talking to me from a third-party account. She makes fake pages to keep herself in the algorithm. She makes fake pages, like, comment, share from fake pages to keep herself in the algorithm. That's what she does. She knows how to work social media. So what she did, I'm getting off track, man. Help me, Flight.
Yeah. The night of Black Friday, man, at the mall.
So I found her at Subway. She sent me the DM saying like, "Oh, go live," and blah 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 blah. So I'm like, the fuck? Why is a burner account telling me to go live, telling me Subway, blah 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 blah? So I'm like, all right, somebody running a play on me. I know this Chrisean. Telling me to come to Subway. I know it's Chrisean. Telling me to go live and look for it. I know it's Chrisean. I go to Subway. Guess who I find? Chrisean. I found Chrisean. And guess who else I found? Junior. I found Chrisean and Junior. And when I found Chrisean and Junior, I looked at them. Chrisean acted like she did not know me. In reverse. She acted like she did not know me. Ran into the storage room in Subway. Tried to hit me with a rack of bread, bunch of footlongs, Italian herb and cheese, wheat bread, flat bread, all that shit. She tried to hit me with a rack of bread, bro. Footlong. $5 for the long.
Now they $6.
Oh, they $6 now? God damn. Inflation crazy. Economy crazy. But, man, she tried to hit me with the rack of bread, man. So, that's why I had my phone out. Because it's he say, she say. So now it's your word versus my word. So, fortunately, had that phone out. Showed everything that happened. And if anybody goes to the video on my page, you can see when my arm, like when the camera shakes for a second, that's when I got hit by, the rack of bread. So her friend Crystal was there. Crystal was holding Junior. Crystal walked from the back of the Subway, which is where like the cleaning and sink is and all this extra stuff. She walks to the registers and passes Junior over the register to the rest of their posse in an attempt to make it seem like, oh, I'm trying to grab him, like I'm trying to swab him, like I'm trying to do anything aggressive to Junior. I never attempted to grab Junior. I never attempted to touch Chrisean. I completely kept my composure and kept my hands to myself. Chrisean starts pulling the Uno reverse. I don't know you. I don't know you. Security. He's harassing me. He's harassing me. So we behind the counter in Subway. They putting cheesesteaks together, Italian cold cut, chicken bacon ranch. They putting shit together. Why are we back here? We don't got no business back here. We're loitering. We're trespassing. Let's dip. I'm the only logical thinking adult. So I say, you know what? This ain't got nothing to do with Subway. They trying to make footlongs and shit. If we ain't getting no footlongs, let's get up out of here. So we got up out of Subway. Okay, cool. We find the nearest entry exit point. Arundel Mills Mall to the point now is set up at every perimeter with security and police due to the rise of crime in DC, Maryland, Virginia, especially with our youth. The crime is crazy right now. It's only going up. So, long story, I say all of that to say, I went to the mall. You have to provide an ID or you can't be in there. 18 or over to be by yourself. 21 and over to have people with you plus ones. If you're not 18, you're not coming in the mall. And that's what it is. You come in there if you want. You're going to get locked up for loitering, trespassing. Play if you want. They're not playing out there and running. We're going to lock you up. So we go to the nearest exit entry, and there's a security and police. She tells the police, he's harassing me, he's harassing me, he's stalking me, he's harassing me, I don't know him, he's harassing me. So now, I'm appalled. I am highly, and when I say highly, I mean highly disappointed. I watched this girl say she don't know me. I watched this girl say that I'm stalking her, harassing her. And I watched this girl talk to the pigs in my face all at once. Yes, I was devastated, disappointed, angry. frustrated, hurt. I was all of that. And she got security and law enforcement involved. At that point, when they got involved, I had to de-escalate the situation. I'm on probation. If I catch any charges or get in any criminal contact with the police, you know what that means? Back to the slam and no MC Hammer. I already been there. I'm not going back. So
you ain't catch no charge that night?
No.
Good.
But somehow that situation, so when she went to the police and the security, they initially knew who she was, Chrisean Rock. She had her chains on, all that. The security guard knew who she was, felt the need to protect her. Boom. From the gate, he getting physical with me, putting his hands on me. Move. Let's go this way. Let's go outside. Threatening me to come outside, saying he's going to do this to me, going to do that to me, going to do this to me, going to do that to me. Where I'm from, we don't talk. We step, ask questions later. With that being said, I'm not going outside with you, bro. Why? Because all you're going to do is call the police, and all you're going to do is get me locked up, and all you're going to do is help me not get my paternity for my son. So I had to pull a chess move. Yeah, I'm embarrassed. Yeah, I am, somewhat ashamed for just how that whole situation went down. I never want to make it seem like I'm potentially putting Junior in danger, or myself, or anybody else. And unfortunately, that's how that situation went. I went to address something as an adult, and I met up with some kids. And instead of the problem being resolved as it could have been privately, it became a bigger problem, a more amplified problem, a problem with a bigger microscope that makes you wonder, like, all right, what's really going on here? So at the mall, I was trying to see Chrisean and my son to see if I could address things away from the internet in a private manner and fast, expeditiously. I'll pay for it. She wasn't hearing none of that. She wasn't feeling none of that. And she wasn't with none of that. So she just passed on it.
Yeah.
And yeah. Like, my train, flight, my train.
Nah, you good. Hey, look here, man. So, I got exactly what you're saying. And you did bring clarity to the situation. You went there as an adult and you met up with some kids. That's a great summary right there.
Yeah, man. So I was being threatened by the security, was being I was being tested to get out of character with somebody that I know ain't on my level. That security guard ain't on my level. The security guard, I'm not better than him, I'm not judging him, but that security guard, he ain't where I am mentally, physically, spiritually, or none of that. So with that being said, I was just frustrated the way that everything played out. I didn't put my hands on nobody, didn't touch nobody. And I ultimately was pushed over some water and fell on my behind. And to everybody, it's funny, but to me, I'm just trying to establish paternity. I'm just trying to see if this boy is mine or not. I'm just trying to see if he's okay. I'm just trying to see if we can resolve this without anything escalating or getting out of hand. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, it's a human. At the end of the day, it's a baby that is involved. And he don't deserve none of this. He don't deserve to be manipulated. He don't deserve to be exploited. None of this. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, man.
Nah. It's good, brother. That's heavy. It's real heavy, man. Shit. I wish you the best of luck with the situation, man. And if it's worth anything, man, you know, seeing you in person and hearing you in person, I feel like you a genuine dude. I don't see no clout chasing whatsoever, man. And I hope, you know, everything work out regardless if Junior's yours or not, man. But we appreciate you sliding through. Yeah, man. We're going to definitely get you back up here. We're going to definitely get some more work in. Tell the people they can find you.
Yeah, man. I'm on YouTube at Prophet Ronny. I'm on Instagram at Ronny Doe. I just want to let y'all know, man, don't ever forget it's a privilege to be a parent. It's a privilege to be a parent. Junior's future, Junior's life, it doesn't need to depend on a career. Junior deserves to know his potential biological family without anybody's career being in consideration. We should be putting this child first. We should be putting this boy first. And I just want to let y'all know whether it go my way or if it don't go my way. I just need closure.
Absolutely.
And I know everybody won't understand it. Everybody don't have a father. Everybody ain't a stand-up individual. However, I'm doing this to save Junior. I'm doing this to bring light to child neglect, bring light to child abuse, bring light to the false prophets that are dwelling amongst us, that are inspiring our community. I don't want our community, and I definitely don't want Junior to be dealt the unfortunate side of the cards. And unfortunately, it seems like that's the way that this is going. So with that being said, I just want to let everybody know, man, that we going to save Junior and we going to get it done. Whether it's through a court order or God's order, it's going to get done. And Junior will be saved, whether he's mine, Blues, or whose. So thank you, Flight, for having me. Thank you for giving me a platform to shed light on my situation. Thank you for everybody somewhat listening, somewhat trying to give me a chance to be there for Junior. Mm-hmm. All I want to do is be there for Junior and help him develop into the beautiful young man that he is. And I don't have any intention of linking back up with Chrisean. I'm not a bitter ex that's trying to get that old thing back. I literally just want the best for this boy. Mm. And you can hate me for it or you can love me for it. Mm-hmm. But with God with me, nothing can stand against me. And it's sincerely from Prophet. Follow me at Ronny Doe on Instagram, Prophet Ronny on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. I'm out.
Boom, we out, man.